everybody. So I haven't done a video like this in a while, and forgive my groggy voice. I'm gonna drink some water because it is like 4 something in the morning. I woke up, I could not get back to sleep, so I got washed up, I got dressed. There was a few things I wanted to get done today anyway. So as soon as the sun comes up, I guess I'm going to get started with my day. But I wanted to do this video because I've been putting this off. I have a page of notes here. Thanks again for my planner / notebook, my custom made one. Pam, I appreciate it. I use it quite often for note taking. Anyway, I haven't done a video like this in a while, long story short. This is more, this is some housekeeping, this is some thank yous, this is some ideas I want to bounce off you guys. So just kind of keep all that in mind as you watch this video. I'm going to try in my best to keep it as short as possible, but there's a lot of information I want to get to you guys. And just some stuff I want to share with you guys. Let me drink a sip of water. So thank you so much, Vanner family. We are just over 16,000 subscribers. That is actually, that is quite amazing. I took a big dip in subscribers a while ago. I want to say it was somewhere between November and January. There was a big dip. I lost about 200 subscribers, and I think YouTube goes through and they take out, and any deactivated accounts, any accounts that aren't showing any logging in, they kind of delete them. So I think that's what happened. Basically, you lose a bunch of subscribers and you don't know why. Anyway, steady stream of new subscribers have come, and it's boosted us up to just over 16,000. So I'm super excited about that. What does that mean for the channel? Let me just break that down for some people who are new to YouTube, some people who just watch YouTube and have no idea what it means for the person creating content, as far as how do we make money and all that. Let me just take a couple minutes and jump into that, because that's a big deal. And a lot of people don't understand how they can help us make money without really spending money themselves. So when you subscribe to a channel, definitely make sure you're watching that channel's videos, especially the new videos they're putting up. So we get 1 view per account per device. So if you normally watch on your cell phone, if you watch, say you're logged into your Gmail #1 on your cell phone, you watch my new video or whatever channel's new video, you have to watch it all the way through. You have to watch as much of the ads as possible, and you have to let the video end on its own. You cannot stop the video before it stops, because then that view does not count. That is a big component to us getting the watch minutes and watch hours that dictate how much money we make. If you stop the video before the video is actually done, that's like a wasted watch. It was nothing. It means nothing to us. We don't get credit for that. It does not help us at all. So if you're trying to support channels by helping them get their monetization, definitely watch as much of the video as you can. I know sometimes people are long-winded, which is why I suggest people watch the first time, let it run on mute in the background while you're doing something else, so that the whole ad plays and the whole video runs its course. And then the next time you watch it, you can watch it and fast forward through it, and there's no harm, no foul. Now, if you have another Gmail account, you can log into that, say on your tablet, in a different account on your tablet, and watch the video again to give us 2 watches. If you have a desktop or a laptop and you have a 3rd Gmail account, you can give us a 3rd watch on the same video by logging into a different account on a different device and give us another watch. So it's 1 watch per account per device. You cannot log on to 2 or 3 accounts on your cell phone and watch 3 times and think that counts as 3 watches. It doesn't. It's the same device, Just because you're logged into a different account, they recognize the IP address of that device. So it has to be a different device. So that's how that works. The other way that you can help us is a lot of content creators are now using Patreon because YouTube really pays nothing. We have to outsource to get the money in order to make the content because it does take time. It's hours out of our day to make the content, and basically we're doing it for free and hoping that we recoup some money from it. That's basically how this works. The most of my monthly income comes from YouTube. I took a major hit last year with YouTube, and I'm making less than half of what I was making. So I'm living on about $500 to $600 a month, which is nothing. So that's why you don't see a lot of travel videos from me, because I'm not able to really travel except back and forth to a few little areas in Arizona that I like to travel to. So that's why I have a Teespring store. You can get this It Is What It Is t-shirt there. Some other van life t-shirts, some other little sayings, some positive black saying t-shirts. Selling t-shirts is another way that I make income. My Patreon is another way that I make income. And those are ways you can help your channels grow. If you have the income to buy a t-shirt, if you have the income to donate $1 a month towards their Patreon, do that, because we spend a lot of time and energy into recording videos, editing videos, and trying to keep content fresh for you guys. And even though it is our journey, it's still, I know for me and for many people, it's a way that we also make our income. So yes, I do want to share my journey with you, and I probably will always share the journey, whether or not I make a lot of money, but it helps if you guys can watch the videos and, you know, do those things to help me make that extra money. It's kind of like a way for you to invest in the channel as well and be a part of the channel as well. So that was just my spiel for, you know, how do you help your channels that you're subscribed to make money. There are ways to do it without you spending a dime, which is the way you watch us. Or if you have the means to be able to donate $1 a month to Patreon, or to buy a t-shirt, or to buy whatever your person you're supporting by subscribing is selling, because lots of people sell different things. That's done. Let's get on with some more business. So another thing I want to talk to you guys about, this is more like a family meeting video, I guess, is the fact that podcasts and the book club may or may not be leaving the channel. And the reason I say may or may not is I'm not getting a lot of subscriber participation in those. And so when I jump on the lives to have those discussions, I'm getting very few people engaged in the actual activity of listening to the podcast and coming on and discussing it, or listening to the book and coming on discussing it. So we end up with a lot of questions in the feed of those lives that don't pertain to either the podcast or the book. So I'm debating on if those things even make sense to continue to do. I think I've done them for I want to say a year now, maybe. I think it's been a year now, if not very close to a year. So I'm just trying to see, based on the numbers, the views that are watching those, it's not very high. So I don't know exactly what I would replace those things with. So I'm asking you guys for some feedback. What kind of videos do you want to have as far as take the place of those 2 monthly live videos? What else would you like to do as Vanner family and subscribers? The other thing I wanted to touch on, 2 things that are coming up for the one thing for the month of March, one thing for the month of April. So beginning March 25th, it will be, March 25th, Monday, March 25th will be our very, 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 very first, and I'm hoping this is successful because you guys asked for it. So this is why I'm doing it. So if it's not successful, I will eliminate it. Our very first Mental Health Monday. So we're going to be doing Mental Health Mondays the last Monday of each month, starting this month in March. And that's March 25th, and it is at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, this is going to be difficult because it's a Monday night. So I know a lot of people work. I know a lot of people have activities after work with kids and stuff like that. So we're going to figure this out and see if this works. So Mental Health Mondays, 7 p.m. Eastern. You'll have to figure out what that time means for you. I'm going to give you an assignment for this month. So come prepared with your assignment. There's going to be a monthly assignment each month. So we have some kind of a jumping off point to start with. For March's assignment, I want you to take 5 consecutive days this month before the 25th and write 1 to 2 sentences on how your mood was. You know, what your mood was for 5 consecutive days. So basically, you can write it in the morning if that works for you. You can write it in the afternoon. You can write it in the evening, whatever works for you. If you're one of those people like me, at the end of the day, I'll tell you how my day was. That's fine. If you want to write it the next morning and tell me how the day before was, that's fine as well. If you want to do the afternoon and tell me how the previous day was, that's fine. But I want you to try and get 5 consecutive days. So that means 5 days in a row, any 5 days before March 25th, and write 1 to 2 sentences about your mood. Did you notice you were grouchy? Did you notice you were grumpy? Were you short with people? Were you sad? Did you cry at all? Did you feel like you were maybe stress eating or emotional eating? That kind of thing. Anything you want to write, 1 to 2 sentences. It doesn't have to be this long paragraph because we won't have time to get into it. We're going to try and keep Mental Health Mondays an hour long, and that's it because it's a Monday. People have to work on Tuesday. I get it. So we're going to try and keep it for just an hour long. I am in no way a healthcare professional or mental health worker. I have no expertise in this. I'm just sharing my mental health journey with you, and this is more like peer support. That's all. We're just here to support each other. A lot of people I've met that live in vans or vehicles, live this lifestyle, also have some sort of mental health issues. I've talked about it around the campfire before. I've talked about it sitting around during the day. So we all have something we're dealing with, whether it be depression, whether it be bipolar, whether it be I know some people have schizophrenia. There are people who are dealing with physical illnesses along with their mental health illness, which is I have physical and mental health. So yeah, so I just wanted to have peer support. Again, you guys asked for it as a group. And so let's do it and see what happens. I suggest you get actual mental health help from a licensed doctor, therapist, psychologist, whatever, because that's not what this is about. This is just a support group. Basically, we're just talking our feelings out and that's it. So that's for March. April, which February has gone pretty quickly, and I'm sure March will too, so that's why I'm just touching on this. April begins our first month of Veda, and that's video every day in April, video every day in August. So I'm not traveling in April like I was last year. So the videos hopefully will be enjoyable, but you won't get to see probably as much on the road because I'm not traveling until May 1st this year. Last year I traveled April 1st, so you got to see some of my travels as I went back to the East Coast. So I do have a couple of short nearby trips planned in April. At least they're on the plans so far. We'll see if they happen. Because again, I'm trying to make as much money in March and April so I can travel in May to get back to the East Coast. So depends on what's going on monetary wise. But that's what Veda is. So expect to see short videos every day. Every video is not going to be a long one. Expect to see several live videos because it's easy for me to get instant feedback from you guys to just jump on a live at the end of the day or the early morning and do a 15-minute up to an hour video. So it just depends on what's going on in my life during the month of April and how much time I can dedicate to getting a video out every single day. But I will try and get some nice footage if I can, if I'm doing any trips. Also, last thing I wanted to just touch on is I started my lock journey. If you follow me on Instagram, if you follow the community tab, which I really highly recommend at any channel that you really enjoy, go to there homepage and click on community. It's almost like social media if they're using it, and I use mine. I try and post at least twice a week there. Sometimes I'm not always successful, but I try and throw a post up there twice a week. And a lot of times it's the same kind of post that I put on Instagram, because I know a lot of people don't have social media or are trying to get away from it. I personally am also trying to get away from Facebook. So I started my lock journey. Thank you to Miss T from Stargazers with an S. 0621. She did my twists for me. She cut my sides for me, and I twisted a little bit of the front, and so she twisted the rest of it for me. So we will see. I have high hopes and expectations. I started this one time before. Several times I've started with, we decided to do 2-strand twists. So they're holding. It's been a few days now. So I started this before. Probably 3 times I've started my lock journey over the course of 2 years, and 3.5 weeks is the longest I've been able to keep twists in and not take them out. So we'll see. Once I get past the 1 month mark, I think I'll be okay. It's just a matter of keeping some kind of hair wrap on it, or the leggings wrap or something on it, so I don't bother with it, don't mess with it, and it keeps the dust and dirt out of it as well. I'm definitely looking forward to the whole journey, watching the locks mature, getting the growth, and how quickly does it grow. Does it grow quicker lock than it did when I was a loose natural? I've always had fairly good hair growth in my life, so it'll be interesting to see how long I can get these locks. It is still in a mohawk. I will not give up my mohawk. So it is going to be locked in a mohawk, for those that were wondering. I know some people asked me that in my Instagram when I shared the picture on the 27th of the twist out. So I'm really excited about that. So I think that is all the information that I had for you guys. Thanks so much for being attentive, for watching this video. And again, to the new subscribers, welcome to the family. Welcome to the journey. And thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, for supporting me. Thank you all my new Patreon family. I have got about 10 new patrons from Patreon. Thank you so much for choosing to support me in that way. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. You just don't know how much it means to me. I hope you're enjoying those posts. Please feel free to comment on those posts and give me feedback as to what you like and don't like about Patreon, because I really want to make that something special. All right, guys? Thanks so much for watching as always, and I love you. Mwah.